Hello, sorry about the Markiplier. My sister's playing it. So I'm gonna read. Grandpa's Great Escape.
Listen.
Is it fine if I take this off?
No,
You can.
it's the scores.
So I'm gonna. So I'm just gonna read.
I like this one. It's cute. That's Legend of Korra. That's okay. I'm Super Saiyan. Hey guys, want to see something cool? Sorry.
One day, Grandpa began to forget things. It was little things at first. The old man would make himself a cup of tea and forget to drink it. Before long, he would have lined up dozens of cups of cold tea on his kitchen table. Or he would run a bath and forget to turn off the taps. Wait, it's too dark in this area, isn't it? Just comment down below if you think that this is a better place, but I'll just carry on. Flooding his neighbour's flat downstairs, or would leave the house with express purpose of buying a stamp, but return home with 17 boxes of cornflakes. Grandpa didn't even like cornflakes. Over time, Grandpa started to forget bigger things. What year it was, whether his long-dedicated wife, Peggy, was alive or not. One day he even stopped recognizing his own son. Most startling of all was that Grandpa completely forgot he was an old-age Priscilla. Sorry if I said that wrong. The old man had always told his little grandson, Jack, stories of his adventures in the Royal Air Force all those years ago in the World War II. Now these stories became more and more real to him. In fact, instead of just telling these stories, he began living them out. The present faded into scratchy black and white as the past burst into glorious colours. It didn't matter where Grandpa was or what he was doing or who he was with. In mind, he was a dashing young pilot behind the controls of a Spitfire fighter plane. All the people in Grandpa's life found this very difficult to understand, except one very special person, his grandson Jack. Like all children, the boy loved to play, and it seemed to him that his grandpa was playing. Jack realized all you had to do was play too. Chapter 1. Spam la custard. It's Spanish, I don't know what to say. Jack was a child who was happiest alone in his bedroom. A natural shy boy. He didn't have many friends. Instead of spending his days playing football in the park with other kids from school, he would stay inside assembling his prized collection of model aeroplanes. His favourite was from World War II, the Lanska bomber, the Hurricane, and of course his grandfather's old plane, the now legendary Spitfire. And then, as he sighed, he had models of the Dornier bomber, the Junkers, and the Spitfire's deadly nemesis, Messerschmitt. I don't know if I said that right. With great care, Jack would paint his model planes and then fix them into the ceiling with fishing wire. Suspended in the air, they looked like they were in the middle of a dramatic dogfight. At night, he would stare up at them from his bunk bed and drift off to sleep, dreaming he was an RAF flying ace, just like his grandfather once was. The boy kept a picture of Grandpa by his bed. He was a young man in the old black and white photograph. It was taken in sometime 1940 at the height of Battle of Britain. Grandpa was standing proudly in his RAF uniform, and that's where we're going to stop. I'll make a part 2 of this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't, and then join the Soph Squad, or the Ash Squad, whatever you want to call it. So, bye-bye, and I love you. And I would love you to join my squad and subscribe and watch part 2. I just need 10 or more likes for part 2. If you can, just do 5. There you go. Bye.